Hey there. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm in a place where it snows in the United States, so that's cool. Anyway, since recently, the most recent Disney movie was, Mufasa the Lion King, and I thought, yeah, why not watch this with my family? Because, they came. I went to visit them, and I said, sure, why not? Let's go watch a movie. Me being the open-minded person that I am, I decided, sure, why not? Let's go watch this movie in theaters. And well, it wasn't the most elaborate movie of all time. Like, of course, it has its good qualities and all, but I don't know. I wouldn't really call it anything remarkable at all. It was just fine overall. It was just pretty alright. Like, it was passable at best. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about the movie. I just wanted to throw the freaking snowball at my head and see how it turns out. But it was pretty okay. Like, I guess the problems I had with the movie is that, the dialogue, it was kind of like choppy. It wasn't really like that well written. It was like, way too separate. It didn't feel like, realistic. Like, a lot of the character, like, for example, if a character, like, I'm not gonna say spoilers if you are still willing to watch the movie, which I totally understand. But like, a character would say a certain thing, and you would expect another character to respond in a certain way, but then they actually just respond in a totally different way that you would expect, and it throws you off a little bit. That's what happened with me, at least. It wasn't really the most consistent movie of all time, nor do I think that was the intention behind it. I guess the intention was just to gross a lot of cash, which is actually happening because the movie is making money. It's really making money. But the movie, it was fine. The animation was definitely really good. But it's not as good as the previous live action remake, because the previous live action remake it looked decent and all, but it looked really good. The live action remake, the very first one, like the 2019 movie, it looked good. It definitely looked good. And this one, it looks pretty good too, but not as good as the previous one, because I don't know. I guess here they make the lions like way too expressive, and it's kind of disturbing. I guess for me, at least, it falls into the uncanny valley. It falls into the uncanny valley category of animated movies, which is unfortunate because Disney has fallen into that category before with Mars Needs Moms. Yeah, but the animation looked great. Like, realistically speaking, it looked amazing. But it's not really anything that I would try to be proud of. At least they tried to go for a more original story. They did, like, I guess they did make something new, like, narrative-wise for this, but they're just taking something from a beloved franchise that honestly they kind of butchered with the live action remakes. So yeah, it's not really anything remarkable. Another thing that I kind of didn't like about the movie is just how long it was. Like, thank you. Another thing that I didn't really like about the about the movie, was how long it was. It's like almost 2 hours long, and I don't know, that's kind of what they've been doing with live action remakes lately. They've kind of been making them like way too long. They didn't really do that. They just stuffed the movies with filler, and that's about it. That's really about everything they did. They just stuffed the movies with filler, and that was the only real good thing that they did. That's not even a good thing. Stuffing movies with filler is a terrible thing. Yeah, it's pretty much how I personally feel. God. That was a bad idea. Yeah, probably shouldn't do that again unless I have gloves. Yeah, bad idea. I don't know, for me, it just did. I'm not really feeling it for this one. I give it a. I give it a. A 4 out of 10. It definitely has its positive elements, but it doesn't really have that much for it to be like anything super remarkable. It's just kind of like 2 hours of mediocre dialogue, good animation at that. But if you like this movie, it's fine. You're doing it a favor. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling. I feel like I'm rambling a lot. I took a lot of Adderall.
I'm so angry. I hate you, sir.